140? The shoe's 100. Stop it. It's not 2017 anymore. For how long? That's what you're paying an artist for. That know-how to do this in 5 hours. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Guess the Price. I'm Dillon Jason. Hopefully you guys will play along with us today. Let us know how you did in the comments down below, and let's go ahead and get things started.
Super cute.
Oh, we got the Waffle Cones. Nice choice to not do the full outline around the... Oh no, that's how it actually is on those New Balances. I was gonna say, did they intentionally not complete the N? But it looks like that's just how the logo is on there. All right, yeah, these are cool. These are fun. Let's just pretend it was like $100 cleat. Let's say these would probably be like fun photos too with the strawberry ice cream in the background. Okay, $275.
200.
200?
Yeah.
No, you can go more than that. I don't care how fast you are. These are cool. To know how to do that waffle technique. Yeah, these are cool. Good job.
The medical pair.
Oh yes, look at these. Look at those swooshes. Look at the toes too, the x-rays.
The detail on these.
Oh, these are killer.
Phenomenal.
This is amazing. The peel away effect to an x-ray. Oh man, the bone swooshes. Probably an all white Air Force One that was dyed first. These are stunning.
This is my favorite detail.
And they got the laces to match. Look at the toe box and look at the bones of the toes. The techniques that's needed to do that level of shading. These are amazing. This is like, these should be like a $750 shoe.
400.
400? 400 to dye the entire shoe and then do that amount of work? No way. You can go way up on these with those x-rays, that peel away effect, those bone swooshes. I think I'm seeing some screws into the bones too.
Yeah, so these were actually made for an orthopedic surgeon.
Okay.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, those are killer. I can't get over the peel away effect and how you can see the bones and then it literally looks like you're seeing an x-ray. In a way cooler way, these remind me of those see-through Air Forces from the mid-2000s, but in a way cooler way done by a real artist. Yeah, I mean, just all the cartoon effects around the bone swoosh and then all the cartoon stuff with the blue gloves, as you mentioned. I mean, these are so dope. These need to be double the price of what you charge them. Oh, wow, look at these. Ice cream dunks. So much. Everywhere you look, there's more. I wish these photos were shot inside an old ice cream shop. That would have been out of this world. Look at the laces.
Yeah.
Look at the laces. Where do you even find those?
I don't know.
Perfect fit. There's so many little things that I would just love to point out. I mean, look at the inside of the shoes, how you have almost what looks like it would be a big sign outside of an ice cream shop. The way that the arrow perfectly aligns with the swoosh. The way that you have logos on the toe box that, you know, align with the swirl pattern that's on the mudguard or some of the waffle cones. I love these. I would love a pair of these. I think they're coffee dyed too, looking at, you know, sort of the outsoles, midsoles, sock liner to give it a little bit of an aged look. But yeah, these definitely have that 50s type vibe to them or something, you know what I mean? Yeah, these are killer. $825.
So, they were a gift to her husband.
Okay.
So the shoe was $135.
$135?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She didn't charge him.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But that's what she should charge.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. What on earth? On a show, Guess the Price, you give us no price point to work with? Just say what you would charge.
28 hours.
On that pair?
Yeah.
Those would take me 100 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, Street Fighter. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I wonder if these portraits are all airbrushed. I think they are. That is so hard to do. I think these portraits are basically all airbrushed.
Took 5 hours.
These airbrush artists, man, they are no joke with how fast they are. Okay, the thing about this is it takes many, many years to know how to do this in 5 hours. That's something you always have to keep in mind. That's what you're paying an artist for, that know-how to do this in 5 hours. Look at the effects around the glows, you know, from the characters doing their thing. Whether that's, you know, the glow from this little orb by Ryu. Look at the Street Fighter logos that we can see on the back tabs there. I mean, there's pretty much no number that would surprise me. If you said this was a $1,000 shoe, I wouldn't be surprised if an artist charged that. It's funny, there's something that you get with airbrushing that you can tell when you mask a shoe off and you look near, there's this weird little panel. We'll have to do a zoom in here. There's this weird little panel that's on blazers that when you mask something off, unless you go in with a paintbrush and actually tuck the paintbrush under that panel, no matter how good you are at masking, when you go to unmask it, you always get a little bit of that white peeking through because you airbrush a shoe, typically from, you know, one flat angle. I airbrush it like this. Unless you're to actually take your airbrush and make sure you're getting paint behind there, you're just gonna have some of that white peeking through that you can always see. So this is a long way to say that I would probably guess they have them listed at 500, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1,000. 500.
435.
435. You gotta be a rock star of an artist to be able to pull this off, especially within that time frame. So without a doubt, time to raise those prices on these. Ooh, these are clean. These are so well laid out. I love what you did with the swoosh. With the what's the mom's name?
I was just looking that up. I should know.
Is it Mrs. Incredible?
Well, yeah, Helen.
Helen? Okay.
Elastigirl.
Man, been a long time. Yeah, that is perfect. And it still has the look. You didn't just go with the flat black look either. You decided to shade it like you did the gloves on Mr. Incredible there, you know? These are so well laid out. I love the red piping everywhere. Love what you did on the toe boxes. Love the Incredibles logo on the tongue tags. These are fun. I don't know what this base shoe would cost. I can't tell fully which base shoe that is. I don't think it's not the Bloodlines. I can't think of which one this would be. So let's just say that's like a $150 base shoe. $475.
500.
500? Okay. Yep. Well done. This is a really cool pair. This is one of those pairs when you open the box, you'd have a lot of fun looking through all the different details on these. All right, Batman. The outside of one, Joker. I really dig that Batman silhouette with Gotham burning there, and then the Batman light. Some cool techniques here. Yeah, that Joker portrait, he looks angry there. That's a great shot. Definitely captured the emotion there. I wonder if that's another all airbrushed portrait. 20 hours?
Yeah.
20 hours at the Batman portrait's well done too. I mean, when you're working with nearly all black, how do you still, make sure that you got your contrast working? And I think you nailed it. Both of these portraits have just a dark, gritty feel, which is interesting how it plays on top of a mainly all white shoe. And the decision to keep a lot of that all white. All right, $85-ish shoe, probably 20 hours, you said? $350. 150. For how long? To make like $70 or something?
It was their first time doing it on airbrush.
First time airbrushing? Holy. Wow, that is amazing first time airbrushing. Most people are ready to throw their airbrush away the first time they airbrush because they're not even able to get it to work. So for you to be able to pull this off your first time, hats off to you. Now, let's, without a shadow of a doubt, today, raise those prices. You can for sure start trying. Your airbrush cost more than what you made on these. So hey, we all learn as we go, that's for sure, but you can without a doubt start charging more on your next pair. Great job.
Killing the smalls.
Oh yeah, look at that, the Sandlot themed. I love these. Look at the red stitching too between the panels. That's killer. The clouds in the sky. Yeah, the Sandlot.
They even signed this shoe like in the movie.
Yep. Cool. The baseball's well done. These are fun. Great photos too. Love the photos, went the extra mile. V-tuck and beware of dog on the back. These are fun. The white laces and the white swoosh actually work well here because of the white clouds and things like that. I maybe could have seen rationalizing coffee dyeing these or aging the midsoles. I think that could have worked for a Sandlot theme. Okay, so probably like $85-ish shoe. I'm gonna be really pissed off if you say something like 185 and I only charged 100 for these. So I'm gonna say 285, and please don't tell me something like 185.
250.
250? All right, that's a little bit closer, but still could be more than that, because these are a lot of fun. A lot of people would dig these. Definitely a lot of people my age would have a lot of nostalgia for them. So great job here.
Taylor Swift shoes.
Taylor for the okay. All right. The red to yellow. There's certain teams where just doing some gradients are such a tall task. Chiefs are one of them. Yellow to red gradient, not easy. Something that always gets talked about when I just whether I'm doing my own Chiefs theme or when I'm talking to people about doing a Chiefs theme is making sure that you always avoid them looking like McDonald's shoes. Just anytime you're playing with the red and yellow, you don't want them to look like a McDonald's pair. So the Kelsey and Mahomes portraits are fun, cartoony portraits. White behind them to separate them from the background. The placement of them has the, where the swoosh was. And you didn't cut off the whole swoosh, you only cut it off where it's actually on that medial panel there. So that has a kind of an imperfect look in my opinion, where the swoosh gets cut off. So I probably would have removed the whole swoosh on these, but the Chiefs on the toe box looks good. The KC logo, the Lombardi trophies on the back, good placement for those. Let's get to it. 565, final answer.
400.
$300 for these of artwork? No. You can do more than that for these. Yeah, I mean, the entire shoe's decked out. Yeah, raise them up. Let's go off on these. Now, speaking of gradients and airbrushing in general, if you're interested in learning about 6 mistakes that could be absolutely ruining your perfect gradients, make sure you go ahead and check out this video next. All right, guys, everybody get out there and just create.